بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Welcome everyone for our class today. We have on our book Traveler 4 we have grammar. Today we will talk about the all, both, neither or neither, and none. Both twins. So if we have two brothers, both twins experienced the same feeling, although neither of them, which means none of them knew what was happening to his brother. So we use both to say something about two people or two things. And neither we use it to give the negative meaning. We don't have no or not in the sentence, but we use neither. All, that means everyone, for more than three. All the students attended the psychology lecture. So all students was in the class of psychology, but no one of them, not a single one, none of them understood it because it was very difficult. Because it was difficult. So although they were all there, but none has understood that. So both and neither are used for two people or things or ideas. All and none are used for more than two people or two things or two ideas, etc. So both and neither, and here we have all and none. So none and neither are used in affirmative sentences and give them a negative meaning. For example, both of my brothers are students. So all my brothers, the two of them, are students. They go to school or university. But when I say neither my sisters are students, no one of my sisters are students. So we use only none and neither to give a negative meaning. So let's see the exercise here. Let's practice. Complete the dialogues with all, both, and neither, nor, none, or either. But before that, both, we use and with the word both. For instance, we use it when something is true for two people or things. For instance, both my cousins and my brother, both my cousin and my brother, so we have two people. We use both, my cousin and my brother go to secondary school. So we use both with and. Either, we use it with or. Is used when something is true for one of two people. When something is true about one of them, not all of them, but only one. For instance, either he was too busy or he didn't want to come. So we have a meeting and someone didn't. We were waiting for him, but he didn't come. So it's one of the two options. Either he is too busy or he didn't want to come. Neither, we use it with nor. Is used when something is not true for two people. is not, if when something is not true about the two of the people, either my brothers or anyone else or anything else. For instance, if we say neither Jack or Jim like tennis. So Jack doesn't like tennis. Jim also doesn't like tennis. I say neither Jack nor Jim like tennis. Let's go back to the exercise. Complete the dialogues with all, both, and neither, nor, none, or either. 1a. Does Amy speak Italian? I am questioning. Does Amy speak Italian? Does she have the ability to speak Italian language? Actually, she is fluent. She is fluent. Fluent means that she speaks very well. She speaks English very well. So she is fluent in Italian, Spanish. So in both of them, we say both, Italian. Which word of these we use it with both? Do we use nor or and? Which one of these? We use and. So actually she is fluent in both Italian and Spanish. 2. Would you like some coffee or tea? What do you want to drink? Coffee or tea? Actually, I drink coffee, tea. Do you have any orange juice? So the other person is asking about orange juice. He doesn't like coffee, he doesn't like tea. So we use what? Neither. Actually, I drink neither coffee and or nor or. We use it the word nor. So I don't drink coffee, I don't drink tea. I drink neither coffee nor tea. Do you have any orange juice? I want orange juice. 3. Where do you feel like going for dinner tonight? So we want to go out for dinner. I'm asking, where do you feel like going for dinner? We can either, because we have two choices. We can either go to the Mexican restaurant or to the Thai one. So Thai means a restaurant that presents the Thai food from Thailand. So we call it Thai. We can either go to the Mexican restaurant or to the Thai one. 4. Does your family live here? Does your family live here? I'm asking, does your family live here or they live somewhere else? So here is a group. No. My relatives live in Riyadh and of them have ever traveled abroad. So none of them have traveled, and all my family or my relatives live in Riyadh. No, all my relatives live in Riyadh and none of them traveled abroad. None of them have traveled outside of Riyadh. 5. I don't think the guests like the food. I don't think the guests like the food. Guests is the people you invite to your house. The people that you invite to your house. I don't think the guests like the food. What do you mean? My friends like my cooking. What do you think? Is it either, none, nor, neither, and, or both, or all? It is all. All my friends like my cooking. All my friends like my cooking. And now let's head to something else, which is the tag questions. Tag questions. Where is it? Tag questions, for instance, if I say, this car is beautiful, this car is beautiful, and I want to take your opinion or ask about, or I say, is this car beautiful? Is this car beautiful? How do I make sure that you have the same opinion as mine? I say, so for instance, if I say, you spoke to Tommy yesterday, didn't you? So I have a question at the end, a short question at the end. How do we form these questions? You are not coming to school tomorrow, are you? How do we form these? What's the structure that we use to form these questions? This car is beautiful, isn't she? So isn't it? So we use a form or a short question at the end that we call question tags. Let's see here. You know what I mean. If I am speaking to you or I'm telling you a story, you know what I mean. So I say what? Don't you? So if we use the auxiliary verbs that we have in the same sentence, but if it's negative, so this car is not beautiful. Is she? So I have the negative in the first part, but in the question tag I have it affirmative. You don't. So we have a negative here. You don't have so much spare time. Do you? So I have do and you. Why do I form these questions? To make sure that you are following me, for example, or to make sure that you agree with me, or to get your opinion. So question tags are short questions placed at the beginning or end of a statement. So we have it at the end. Question tags are formed with the auxiliary or main verbs. We use them with the auxiliary verbs. If the statement is positive, the question tag should be negative. If the statement is negative, the question tag should be affirmative, and vice versa. If the statement is negative, the question tag should be positive. Let's see the exercise we have here. The book was not very good. The book was not very good. So what do you think? What is the auxiliary verb here? We have was, and we have the book. So I say this is negative, and it should be here affirmative. So I say, was it? Was it? It's too hot yesterday. It is too hot today. It is too hot today. So what's the question tag? We say, isn't it? Because is not negative. So we have it here negative. Isn't it? 3. You are the new teacher. You are the new teacher. What's the auxiliary verb? Are. So I say, aren't you? Mary made this cake. Mary made this cake. We don't have auxiliary verb. We have only the main verb, which is in the past. So instead we use did. So didn't she? 5. You will remember to buy some bread on your way home. You will remember to buy some bread on your way home. What is the auxiliary verb will. So we use want you. Will not, which is want you. Number 6, let's. When we have let's, the question tag that we use with it is shall. Let's go playing. Shall we? Let's go have dinner. Shall we? So let's go to a restaurant tonight. Shall we? You go to the gym every day. You go to the gym every day. We don't have auxiliary verb. We have only the main verb. So I say, don't you? Don't you? We use do with the main verb if it is the base form or it's the infinitive form. Remember to buy a newspaper. Remember to buy a newspaper. Don't forget. So, will you? Will you? This is because this is remember. This is imperative. Remember. It's like when I say go or sit down. So, remember to buy a newspaper. Will you? Thank you so much. This is our lesson today. You have a lot of exercises in the workbook. You might see it and you might see them and try to answer them to get the grammar rule correctly. Thank you so much for following up, and remember that practice makes perfect. Thank you so much.